it's a fair, it's 10% off any purchase. Larry Boyd. Is out of pickleball. Pickleball store. It's right here. All about Larry Boyd. Pick up your phone.
All right, welcome back very quickly, everyone. We were able to actually catch the other semifinal match that was almost starting on a court adjacent, but because our first semifinal match went quickly enough, we were able to catch it and switch it over to this court for you guys. So coming up next, this is our second semifinal match in our mixed senior pro division. We have Beth Bellamy and Dane Gingrich. Beth Bellamy from Bell Canyon, California, 57 years old. Dane Gingrich out of Santa Barbara, California, 51. They are taking on Kim Jagd and Scott Crandall. Kim is out of Indian Wells, California, where we have our Nationals tournament. She is 57 years old. Scott Crandall from Los Angeles, California, 51 years old. Every single player on the court here is a Californian. So the winner of this match will also head to our winner bracket final, where they will take on Julie Johnson and Mircea Murariu, who just won their semifinal match against John Sperling and Susan Bays. Crandall and Jagd are starting on the far end serving. Gingrich and Bellamy on the near end. And we're into game number one. Again, I am Lauren McLaughlin, and we're here at the APP Tours Pacific Northwest Classic in Bend, Oregon. It is our senior pro mixed doubles day. Oh, great coverage from Beth Bellamy on that poach from Crandall. Nice little volley exchange there all around. There is definitely going to be, I think, a lot of excitement in this match. All four of these players ready to go. Both really looking to head to that winner bracket final. 2-0-2. Beautiful little punch from Crandall, recognizing Gingrich was creeping over in the middle a little, and he got him behind him right down the line. Jagd clips the net there and sends it long. Zero, 2-2. Crandall doing a really great job of poaching, being aggressive, threatening to get in there whenever he needs to. Fortunately, the defense, especially from Bellamy, is just exceptional right now, so he's not able to convert a lot of those opportunities into points. Great rally all around. Some great pickups there from Beth Bellamy. 0-2-1 here in game 1 of the semifinal match. Just wide on that third shot. Gingrich making himself big and imposing there right in the middle. He can really go to either side of the court in that position. And I'm back joined by Lee Whitwell, hometown hero here in Bend, Oregon.
My apologies, I went on a snack break.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I have to say, Lauren, I'm very impressed with Beth Bellamy. Didn't really know much about her till this tournament, and quite happy with her game and what I'm seeing.
Absolutely. Very aggressive. Great shots and amazing defense.
And from a very selfish perspective, I'm just...
Are you scouting?
I am scouting. I'm less than 750 days away from being able to compete as a senior, and I'm looking for a women's senior pro, so I think Beth is leading the charge right now.
She's caught your eye?
Absolutely. I mean, I could give Dane a compliment and say that Dane's the one making her look good. But he knows that I wouldn't be able to say that with a straight face.
Exactly.
One of the things I'm continued to be amazed at on the pickleball tour is how friendly everybody really is. We compete hard, but at the end of the day, sportsmanlike conduct wins, and everyone applauds each other's good shots and feels each other's pain in a stupidly missed dink, right? But I think everybody, for the most part, is truly friends out there.
There's always, of course, exceptions, but I agree.
Right. I mean, there's a reason why you've been banned from 4 different tournaments, Lauren.
I mean, I didn't want to single myself out, but
I'll do that for you.
I think everybody knows.
It's okay, though. I got you a fake ID with a new name. You'll be fine for 2022.
I just crave the drama so much, Lee.
Nice way to insert himself there. Lefty Scott Crandall coming in big in the middle with his forehand. It's Kim Jade right now is the odd one out. It's the battle of the election paddles going on. And Kim out there with her lone Selkirk. I'm just going to safely say that an election paddle will win this match.
4-3-2. Some good communication there between Gingrich and Bellamy.
I think they called a switch, but based on the serve that Beth had to return, the angle that she was at, Dane called a very quick stay in time for Beth to readjust.
All right, 3-4-1. All right, we're tied at 4s here in game 1 of this Senior Pro Mixed Doubles semifinal match. Very, very short return there. Gingrich not even really able to get to that one. Kind of just died. Gingrich doing a really nice job of recognizing when Crandall is trying to poach or come across and going behind him down the line. Definitely keeping him honest, that is for sure. 6-4-2.
Quick side out there. Beth apologizing for teeing off on the ball and that ball clipping the net and rolling cross court and just dropping into the kitchen.
I honestly do not apologize in pickleball, Lee.
You know, I sometimes, for a net cord that dribbles over, I'll apologize, but and then add for not doing it more often. Right?
Yeah. Be like, I am sorry, that doesn't happen on every single point.
Here's the thing, though. It's only apologize if you really intended to do something and got caught.
I mean, I'll definitely apologize for accidentally hitting somebody that I certainly didn't mean to with like a mishit or something.
Right, or accidentally setting my partner up. Unless my partner's playing terrible, then it might be intentional, and then I'm definitely not apologizing, right?
Indeed.
But that never happens in pickleball. Ever.
Never.
What do we have, 7?
You guys are not missing anything. This is APP Unplugged. This is a stripped down acoustic live stream.
By acoustic, you don't mean we're going to have to start singing, are you?
It's always on the table, Lee.
So let's just leave it on the table for now,
All
shall
right,
we?
that's fine. That's fine. But yes, our original production crew that has the whole big setup was originally scheduled to be here, but unfortunately a family matter came up. So this is kind of a best scenario that we could come up with in short notice. So I like to say it's just, you know, me on a stage with a camera and a mic doing my acoustic live stream. So we appreciate everyone watching and understanding. But yes, no scoreboard, no replays, but no commercials either. So I feel like, you know, this is basically like watching Netflix. You don't have to
Absolutely,
deal with
no.
commercials. You can rewind and watch a play over again if you want to do a replay yourself.
Well, and depending on how many viewers we get and, how much they want to interact with us. If they want us to reenact a slow motion replay during a timeout, we could probably accommodate that.
Mm-hmm.
We do have some stand-ins and some circus clowns watching that will gladly replay the point for you.
I mean,
All
it's
right.
all about priorities.
Dane and Beth in the driver's seat right now, serving it up, coming in after a timeout. Seeing if Scott and Kim can break their momentum.
8-4-2 is our score here in game 1.
I'm not sure what happened there. The bar of the fence was in my line of view, but I know they scored a point. Dane and Beth doing a phenomenal job of really isolating Kim and keeping Scott at bay. And it's definitely a lot of pressure when you've got two people on one side of the court picking on you. And no matter what you do, that ball is just coming back at you.
All right, 4-10-1. Let's see if Kim and Scott can make a little magic happen.
Even though Dane and Beth have a commanding lead, they're up 10-4. We all know the tide can turn so quickly in pickleball. We saw it yesterday in the men's pro final. Wes and Eric were up 10-1 against JW and Jay DeVilliers, and all of a sudden they turned that around and won that first game from a 10-1 deficit.
Yes, very impressive. I feel like we don't often see necessarily a, 11-0 run from a team to come back, but certainly comebacks of, 7-8 points easily we've seen many times.
Right, and it's, even though it's a 10-1, it's still plenty of pickleball in this game left to be played, and players capitalize on that. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that you get two serves, two opportunities on the team, right?
Absolutely. This is a game point number 2 here.
Scott inserting him in that point and being able to capitalize on that.
Bellamy just doing an amazing job setting herself up.
One more. One more. 4-10-2.
Game point again. 2 opportunities to try to close this one out.
We got a
Oh no, sorry, ref pulled the side out. I was listening to the ref. He made a mistake. And so did I. There it is.
You knew it was coming.
I
I
was just ahead. If only I could do that with lottery tickets.
I know. All right, now 2 more game point opportunities here. Let's see if they need both of them, and they do not. So game 1 going to Dane Gingrich and Beth Bellamy. 11-6. They will switch ends. I think if ultimately they win this match, Lee, you definitely should interview them after, and then you can just put some feelers out to Beth about
100%.
your partnership.
Way ahead of you on that one. I already have my questions lined up.
Absolutely.
I have an application ready for her to fill out. Now, one of the things that I think a lot of people watching understand, or may not understand what goes into putting a tournament on of this magnitude, right? And I'd like to take the opportunity real quick and on behalf of all the players and all of us here, thank you to all the volunteers, thank you to all the refs, thank you to everybody that helps come together and put this and makes the players' lives a lot easier. And understanding that, yes, sometimes refs make mistakes, people make mistakes, but we're all human, and we are still very thankful that they're out there making our lives easier, because even though we've all been playing pickleball for years, in the heat of the moment, we'll forget the score, and the refs are there to help us and remind us who's serving, what side, all of the above, right?
Absolutely. And this is, I believe, the biggest tournament in the Pacific Northwest that takes place here in Bend, Oregon, so we are thrilled to be a part of it. And of course, it doesn't happen, like you mentioned, without, the Bend Pickleball Club that comes together, and all the amazing volunteers here, and all the refs that volunteer their time. And it's really great when, like you said, we're all human, so everything's not going to be perfect. Everything's not going to go absolutely 100% the way you want it to all the time. So just knowing and being understanding of that and appreciative of the effort that everyone puts in really goes a long way. Oh, the walkie-talkie's calling me. I have no idea. That's fine. Breaker, one-niner.
Breaker, one-niner. This is Cotton Candy. We are currently live streaming and commentating a match. We cannot do a delivery. I am so sorry.
It's definitely toasting up a little here as the day gets underway here in Bend. It is scheduled to be in the mid-90s, so
we did have an unscheduled storm stop by yesterday, so it's definitely a lot muggier this weekend in Bend than the normal dry heat that we get.
Indeed. I got to experience it in all its glory yesterday, so that was fun.
We are thankful in Bend that we have two indoor facilities that we were able to somewhat seamlessly move all matches to and finish at some unmentionable hour last night, but everyone still had smiles on their faces. This is purely a Southern Cal team, isn't it?
It sure is. I mentioned that in the beginning, yes. So we have Crandall and Jagd now on the near end. Bellamy and Gingrich on the far end here in game 2. We'll see if Gingrich and Bellamy can continue their dominance here in game number 2 to head to the winner bracket final, where Julie Johnson and Mircha Murari are waiting.
Good communication there, calling Beth off on that shot so Dane could come over with his forehand and put a little pressure on Jagd and Crandall, getting the point.
my that was
Greatly executed point there, and Gingrich and Bellamy look like they have been playing together for years. Their communication, their court positioning, how one of each other gets out of each other's ways on whenever somebody else calls it. They're just moving like a little dance, and it's quite pleasant to see.
Absolutely. I also did not know where Scott Crandall was going to be at any point during that rally. It's like running back and forth.
You'll often hear pickleball players yell at each other and say down or sit. It almost feels like you're talking to dogs half the time.
Agreed.
It's an unlucky error there on an overhead.
Two, 2-2-1. That's our score here in game number 2. Bellamy serving.
That was a very well constructed point by Gingrich. He just failed on the put away there, but he moved and put pressure on that and got the ball that he wanted.
Jade really loves, it's not necessarily an Ernie per se, but she really loves the kitchen straddle on the side to kind of get in position in case that ball comes anywhere near her.
Right. I think I'd like to see, from a tactical standpoint, I'd like to see her hold that a little longer and then slide over. She tends to sometimes get there a little too soon, so you can see it happen. If she held it, I think she can be a little bit more deceiving with her movement.
Great job, Scott.
Again, Lauren McLaughlin and Lee Whitwell here, courtside at the APP Tours Pacific Northwest Classic. This is Senior Pro Mixed Doubles Day. This is our second semifinal match before we head to our winner bracket final.
That net cord falling Scott and Kim's way, that ball popping up just enough for Scott to put the ball away.
Okay, thanks. Keep taking the liquid in.
All right, we have a timeout called here in game 2.
Amanda O is tuning in from Santa Barbara. A fellow Santa Barbara resident knows Dane, cheering for Dane online. Hi, Amanda. How are things? Good to see you online. I haven't seen you in a while.
Big shout out to everybody watching. We love reading your comments and seeing where you're watching from and who you're rooting on. All right, 5-2-2. Kim Jade and Scott Crandall out in front right now in game 2, but a good timeout there for Bellamy and Gingrich. They get the side out, and now hope to do a little damage.
That's a great aggressive drop from Beth right there, finding Kim's shoelaces and causing her problems, and inevitably Kim dumping that ball in the net.
Ball is called out.
And we're at 4-5.
Still on first server, so could definitely be a momentum swing happening right now.
Next up is 3.5, 65 plus. This will be court number 14. Referee will be Elizabeth. White line with Diane. You'll be playing Jim and Barbara.
4-5-2.
Jim and Barbara will be playing White line.
Little I formation there for Bellamy and Gingrich.
As in, I will take the ball, Beth.
Is I'll go ahead and just do the work. You back me up. All right, and now we have a timeout from Jagd and Crandall this time. It's all tied up here in game 2 now.
I think Kim is struggling a little bit in this mugginess in this heat. In the previous timeout, we heard her say that she can't drink any water or liquids. So,
She's feeling very winded.
yeah. So hopefully there's nothing too serious going on with her.
Certainly still playing very well. So it looks like she is battling as best she can under whatever circumstances she has going on. 5-5-2.
Nice misdirect on Dane's high backhand volley there, going down Scott's line. I have to say, I really do like Scott's t-shirt that he's wearing with the faded light blue all the way to white.
I commented how much I loved his shoes yesterday. I'm a shoe person myself.
There are some snazzy shoes, and they do match his shirt and his shorts. I might have to have him dress me for tomorrow's performance.
I know, right? 6-5-2. Crandall and Jagd regaining a small lead.
So now we're tied up at 6-6.
6-6-1.
And a quick side out there. Let's see see if Scott and Kim can get ahead a little bit and tie this up at 1 game all. Lifting that ball into Beth's strike zone. Beth's saying, thank you very much. I'm just going to pound that middle.
Oh, a little net clip again for Bellamy. That stays in right down the line. And now Bellamy and Gingrich back out in front, 7-6-1.
Those last couple of dinks are from midcourt. Beth hasn't moved her feet quite as much, and she hasn't been quite as active as she was. She's had a couple of errors. It's I think Scott might have broken that ball there.
Definitely seemed to compress a little when it hit the ground.
Like, you got my first overhead back, you're not getting a second. Interesting how when they start targeting Beth, she backs off that line to give Dane the freedom to move in that middle.
Quite on top of it enough.
Conditions are pretty near perfect today. There's hardly any breeze. That ball's not going to do anything weird in the air. That's optimal pickleball play for outside.
Oh, gets a paddle on it though.
The net court tips it out.
Seven, 7-2. There's a bit of that I formation again. Gingrich just waiting for his moment. He's literally not even looking back at all when Bellamy's hitting it. He's looking straight forward, watching actually hit the opponents and where they're going to hit to try to anticipate.
Right, and that
was
shows
all of that.
Yeah, that shows complete trust in his partner, and he's just looking in front, going, "What's happening? Where's Beth hitting the ball?" Because your opponents are going to tell you where that ball is being hit and how it's being hit, right?
Oh, he's there and has it, just didn't quite hit it how he wanted to. Oh, 7-8-1. Both these teams keeping it nice and close here in game 2. Oh, I think
Dane thought that serve was out, I think. Two things had to happen there. Either Dane thought the serve was out, or he thought Beth was just going to hit a clear winner.
I think he assumed Beth was going to call it out and then didn't. And he was like, oh, we're playing. Just a little ball check there, but it seems like it is good to go still.
Beth looking to attack that ball, put more pressure on Kim. It didn't go her way. Kim and Scott up 9-8.
Exactly what you talked about. She backed up, and when that got popped up, Gingrich is right there in the middle waiting for it.
9-8-2.
Quick side out. 8-9.
A big hold, not letting them get on game point. Wow, great effort from Dane Gingrich.
And a lot of that comes with not looking back at his partner. He was able to see where that ball was going right away.
All right, it is 9-9-1, and we have a timeout here from Crandall and Jagd. Kim definitely still struggling. Just a little wheezy sounding. So
Scott walking over to her.
Mixed doubles 3.5, 60 plus. This will be court number 7. Referee John. Carl and Beth will be playing Steve and Cindy. That is Steve and Cindy will be playing Carl and Beth. That is court number 7.
again, this is our second final semifinal match here in our Senior Pro Mixed Doubles bracket. Winner of this match going to our winner bracket final to take on Mircea Murariu and Julie Johnson. All right, back in here in Game 2. Currently 9-9-1. Game 1 went to Beth Bellamy and Dane Gingrich. Oh, no.
A little bit of miscommunication there at a clutch moment in the game.
Oh, I said me, it's my fault. I should have been more clear. I just didn't do it.
I mean, Scott makes a good point. Takes full blame for that. And it is a match point here for the second time now.
Nope.
10-9-2.
And there it is. Match to Dane and Beth.
All right, are you going to go chat with them, Lee?
I think a chat is definitely in order, don't you?
Agreed. All right, stay tuned. Lee Whitwell heading on court to chat with our winners.
Do you know what it means when it says Wes Gabrielson is hosting?
Yes, give me 1 second.
Maybe not. They may have been playing recently.
So it doesn't necessarily mean you know, put their names on it if they want to, they're the locals here.
Good to go?
Yep.
In the center of us?
Like right here?
Come on, partner.
But my best view is from behind.
Where am I?
Right there. Right there is perfect. You good, Lauren?
Yep.
Awesome.
So you're looking.
What?
So you're.
That's not a euphemism for anything else. Wow.
You're not even drinking yet.
So I'm here with the second semifinal winners, Dean Gingrich and Beth Bellamy. Congratulations. Well, great performance. Very solid play all around. Beth, what's it like playing with this stud?
So fun. So much fun. He makes it so easy. So all I have to do is show up and he does all the work.
Yeah, right. Right.
One of the things we were commenting on during our commentating was, Beth, you do a really good job of the minute Dane starts to get big in the middle, you just back off that line and let him come through. It's like a well orchestrated dance. You know, if I had some music to it, maybe it's a sexy tango.
I know how to tango. Careful.
There we
My
go.
wife's watching.
There we go. But no, it looked, and how long have you guys been playing together? It's a fairly new partnership, right?
Like an hour.
Yeah.
We've never played together before.
So it's a testament to both of you and knowing where each one of you should be on the court and how well you read each other and trust each other.
Right. She's so easy though. She's so easy to play with. She's such a beast. Nothing new. We won
Not
that
at
because
all.
of her. We won that because of her.
Well, you heard it from Dane, and then here, selfishly, in 750 days will be a senior, so I'm currently recruiting you hard.
Oh, wow.
So
Got some
do
new
not
competition coming
go
up.
anywhere. In
Okay,
2.5
okay.
years, I'm coming, and we will be
Fantastic.
playing doubles.
All righty. I'd love
Awesome.
it. I'd love it.
Oh, you heard it here first, guys. Beth has got me in 2024.
Love it. Love it.
All right, well,
Thank
good
you.
luck in the finals,
Thank
and
you so
love to see this partnership and more great playing.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I love your accent. I just can't even listen to the words. I just want your accent.
Right? I just say words.
Oregon. That's her accent. That's her accent.